So you heard the story how I met your son earlier,
Yes.
and I wanted to say as a father, you did a good job.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
it's
you.
not often a young man that I encounter comes into my house, and I'd have to show you a picture at the level at which my wife makes beds and layers stuff and pillows at every angle. And I never ask you, did you take a picture?
No, it's just.
You really remembered that? That was amazing. I was really impressed.
That's, yeah,
I
that's,
fully come down in the morning expecting to give him a lecture.
yeah.
And I come in, I was like, oh my God, it looks exactly the same.
That's how he was raised. I mean,
You did a good job.
we had 6 children. And so
Six?
Six.
We had a basketball team and a
three
number 6.
three
on it.
boys, 3 girls. So you have to have discipline in a home like that when there's that many people and lots going on, lots of activities. Michael was the firstborn, of course, and he was born in Iowa City because I was going to Palmer at the time, and he was born 4 days before I graduated from Palmer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah.
But I have to ask you, because
Yes.
he said he's a 3rd generation,
Yes.
which
my
means your dad was a
uncle,
chiropractor.
My
Or,
uncle.
oh, okay, your uncle. Oh, so
My
it wasn't
mo-
your dad. I didn't
No.
know that.
Yeah, my mother's brother, Tony Lucas.
So was it seeing that or experiencing that?
For-
I want to know what made you want
For
to
me,
become a
for me,
chiropractor?
I was adjusted since I was a kid, and my uncle lived about a half hour away. So we would go. He was open on Saturday mornings, so we would go there on Saturday morning and get adjusted. And when I was 15, I said I want to be a chiropractor because this is for me. It's a social thing. It's a mental thing. You help people, and
Just a life.
oh yeah. So
Like,
I
wow, I can do this and
Yeah.
make a living at it. It's
So
fun and
I-
I help people.
geared all my classes to be a chiropractor, and I was practicing at 23 years old.
Oh my God, you went right out of high school.
I was,
I was always in-
17.
I had some families that had generational, and I was always in awe.
And
They
that
were
was
there right
because
out
of
of high
my
school.
uncle. Yeah, you hear the
that's
stories about career changes in chiropractic. People that were helped by chiropractic wanted to be chiropractors because of that. But I was from early on.
You were just like, yeah, I want to keep this
Yeah,
going.
Yeah, and then my brother's in practice with me.
Your brother went, are you
He's-
older or younger?
I'm the oldest, yeah.
So you
Then-
blazed the trail.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And he was going to be a mechanical engineer, went to Purdue, and then he changed his career path. And I say he went into biomechanical engineering. So then Michael went away to college, and we weren't sure what he was going to do.
Wait a minute. Sam, I'm getting all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I thought I knew a lot about, but he didn't go right from high school to chiropractic
No.
college.
No,
Okay.
no. He and we didn't know he was going to be a chiropractor until a little later. And he said, "Dad, I'm going to go to Palmer." I said, "Great." And then his roommate in undergrad.
So you weren't brainwashing them when they
No.
were kids?
Oh, no.
Pushing them on a swing?
No.
Who's a great chiropractor? I am, Papa. Okay, that was just me. Okay, sorry.
No, I just adjusted them their whole life, and they saw the benefits. so
Okay.
then,
No brainwashing whatsoever.
no,
Little
no.
psyops, none of that. Okay.
no. Well, some of that.
You do what
Little
you know how to do, right?
You're right.
Because I was just curious, you know?
Sure.
Because my sons, you know, I don't want to tell them what they have to do.
Right.
But I'm just curious if you
But-
put or just like.
No, I didn't.
All right,
And then
this
my
is-
daughter Andrea is a chiropractor, and her husband, and of course Katrina, lovely Katrina, and then my daughter Katie is going to go to chiropractic college, and I just kind of let them do what they wanted to do, but they saw the benefits, you know.
So you were a good leader. You really did a good job.
I believe so. I've got some great kids.
Because I always
Wonderful
say there's a
kids.
difference between leadership and bossing.
Right,
And as a father, all I
Right.
can say is I can only judge the job I did
right,
once they're older.
right.
You know, so far they're disciplined and
Yep.
focused
And we had discipline. You had to with Michael. He's an energy ball. I mean, every time we went on vacation, we're in the van. All the kids are in the back. All the kids are asleep except for this guy. He's up between the 2 front seats. Hey, what's going on? Where are we going?
Well,
He's always been curious. Always.
Well, I was impressed with his observational skills because
Yeah.
I have certain idiosyncrasies that most people don't notice.
Mr. Beck is car in. Uh huh. this guy.
Yeah, well,
Dad, you got to back your car.
he saw a whole nother level of crazy that he didn't know existed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I keep him up for a few. He actually was whining. I need to go to bed. I'm like, get plenty of sleep when you're dead.
Yep. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about what he's doing in Europe? Are you
Oh.
anxious that he's not in
Oh,
America?
no.
Because
No.
I think if my kids become
Right.
chiropractors and move to another country, my wife's going to go with them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that
How do you?
happens. No, that was tough at first. We're a very tight family. I have 6 siblings.
Yeah, I hear
My
about all
mom and
that.
dad have
That's why I
43
wonder.
grandkids, and everybody's in the hometown. But my kids kind of spread their wings, and none of them live in the area. And but I'm blessed because I'm able to go visit them, and they're able to come to me. I've seen all 5 grandkids this summer. Michael was home for 6 weeks, and we spent time together, and it's awesome to be able to do that.
That is great.
Fortunate.
But how do you keep your wife from wanting to move to Norway to be near
I'm
grandkids?
divorced, so that's easy.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
No problem, Mark.
Yeah, I'm getting the story.
Yeah.
I know some stuff about you. I don't know it all, but I thought
Yeah.
when you got here, I really wanted to hear the story of,
Sure.
you know, the things that he's not going to tell me. Because I
Yeah.
didn't, like I said, I didn't know if, I always wonder with every parent, do you push them to do something? I never wanted to be pushed,
Right.
so
No,
I
I was a disciplinarian, but I didn't push them toward any one thing. I just wanted to have them do what they love to do and make them happy.
don't, you weren't in the
And-
military,
No.
but you made your
Well,
kids make
my
the
mom
beds.
was Italian.
Oh, okay, yeah. My mom was Italian.
My dad's English, so
I had the double insanity. My mother was Italian, my dad was a Marine. So
there you
got the
go.
wooden spoon and the hospital
Yeah,
corners, both.
yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, but Michael's always, I mean, his room was always, his shoes were lined up.
Really?
Everything, oh,
Even
yeah.
when he was a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that
He
explains
had to get
it.
on his siblings. But I'm very proud of what he's doing over here. It's huge.
He's
Done
doing a good
beautiful
job.
job. Yeah, very proud.
So where do you see the future going for Michael? You going
For
to try to
Michael?
draw him back in America? He talks about it sometimes.
He talks about coming back. He probably will come back, but he'll always have all of his connections all over the world. He enjoys doing that, and he's good at it.
The grandkids like being in the States?
Yeah, yeah, they like both. Yeah,
That's going to be hard for them
yeah,
because they're so young.
right.
You know the difference. They get in a plane, watch a few movies, sleep, eat a meal, they're in another country.
Yeah,
I always wonder if at that age they have a concept of
I know, me
distance
too.
between.
Yeah, at that age.
Because I don't know, at that age, I traveled
Yeah.
into the woods to hunt and fish.
Yeah.
That was kind of it.
I never flew until I was 30 years old.
Flew till you're 30, wow.
Yeah.
So, now I have some questions for other Michael.
Go ahead.
And Michael J.
Yes, I'm junior. My dad was Michael John, and Michael's Michael Benjamin.
So you didn't do J the third.
Nope. No.
So, now I'm curious. What did you begin studying before chiropractic? Because I didn't know you started out with something else.
Well, it was general studies. It was the sciences. It was biology and psychology and philosophy.
Where did you start?
Indiana University.
Indiana.
Yeah, IU.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then I had a real itch to go out west and go to Colorado. I had cousins that lived out there, and I always wanted to be in the mountains. And so then I went out to Colorado for a year, and pretty much, I don't know, maybe second trimester or quarter or whatever. I was like, you know what, done deal, because I was working at his office as well, and so
You didn't finish a bachelor's degree and then.
I finished a bachelor's degree at Palmer College of Chiropractic.
No, what I mean is IU.
Oh, no.
just-
I just got my
couple
credits to get into
semesters
Palmer.
and then-
Yeah, I got my
okay.
credits to get into Palmer. And he, one of his patients when he was a student at Palmer, Betty Care, yeah, they would go to church on Sundays together, and he would take her to Aldi's, right? This is as a student clinic, and so they would go grocery shopping, go to church, and this woman had been adjusted by B.J. Palmer. And long story short, I came back. We always go to Lyceum every August together. It was one of our family trips. And he was really upset about her house being for sale. And he called the realtor and said that she had died. She had passed. And didn't you buy the house on the spot, more or less? Yeah, I just bought it on the spot. And we still have that home today, right next to Palmer. My sister Emily's out there. It's got an atlas and an axis from an axial viewpoint. It's in stained glass. It's a chiropractic home. There's been a lot of.
I was going to say, what were you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just curious. BJ was a little,
Yeah, but anyway, so that always made an impression. And like he said, I mean, being in the office on a regular basis, being adjusted on a regular basis, never being able to miss school was very disappointing. I mean, looking to the left and to the right and seeing all these kids that were sick, yet they were doing everything they were told by society, vaccinations and pills and the whole 9 yards. And these kids are always sick. We were never sick. And, it's just observational analysis, right? Like any human being, right? You have observational intelligence. And so you start to observe the fact that something's different. And the one thing that was different, we ate mostly organic and homemade food. And we lived on a 7-acre, I would call it a compound. So we had fresh air and it was peaceful. But it wasn't just that. It was the thing that was really different was we were getting adjusted regularly. And it's like it's just basic. And so at that point, you're like, I'm going to do this for everybody. And then that first year at college, I was helping. I don't know who was that. We were helping people in wheelchairs. I mean, you were running a fertility clinic basically, and taking care of one of these Mexican ladies couldn't get pregnant. And in that culture, it's devastating that you don't have children. Devastating. And so then he's running a fertility clinic. I mean, he has all the Mexican community coming in. He's voted #1 chiropractor for 35 years straight. And so it's just a code of excellence. Everywhere you go, you get pulled. Oh, you're a Dibley. Your dad saved my life. Your uncle saved my life. And it's just a no-brainer at that point. It's a subconscious. It's like this is what you do. Like you serve people, you get them reconnected, and next, and next one. We need more. You gotta get people cleared out. So we want to live in the world. We got to create a world we want to live in, and we got to live in. Start creating a clear and connected world. And once you do that, right, you don't have to talk so much. It's a model. And people model behavior, and it's really that simple.
That's why I was curious about that with you, because
Yeah.
I wonder with my kids, if you're hearing about that with your dad and uncle, do you want to be part of that community?
Sure.
Did you move to Norway because you wanted to make your own name and
No.
stuff like that?
I moved to Norway because I met Katrina at Palmer.
No, I knew that.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
saying that.
Oh, right.
obviously, The woman brought you there.
Right. Yeah.
But I wonder that with chiropractic families, if the son wants to be out of the shadow, or if they go, I want to be part of that.
No,
change in
no,
life.
what-
I don't know. I didn't
So-
grow up with it. My
no,
father was a contractor.
No, so
you know?
so what happened was I was welcomed. The beautiful thing about Palmer used to mean something. Fountainhead. I didn't even know another chiropractic school existed. It was Palmer. I mean, Fred Barge was talked about all the time in our house. What was his name? Virgil Strang. All the people that were really that shaped our profession for the better, and people today that we really stand upon in posthumously and everything. But just all those impressions of being around that frequency and that level of liberated human, then you go back. It's a vibration thing, as you know, right? So you can go to other people. It's just like they're just not picking up on everything, So it just becomes glaringly obvious you should do this. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And seeing him work and being with him in his office, right after school, I was with him, and he's just a joy to be with. And then I was going to actually go to Italy. I was going to go work in Italy. I just always wanted to work abroad and bring the message to more people in other countries and everything.
But it's exciting. I always found when I was younger, I didn't grow up in a family that traveled. The first night I stayed in a hotel was the night I left for the military. Like a crappy Holiday Inn, and it was like the Taj Mahal. But when I went to place in the military, I found exciting the other culture. So I always think that's exciting. Everybody finds something different exciting. So what I want to know from you, young Michael,
Sure.
is your vision for the future. You see yourself doing more things in the States, doing more things in Europe?
Well, our ethos in our family is global and mobile, and our highest value is freedom.
Global and mobile.
Global and mobile and freedom, free domain, free to be, free to do, free to choose. So we already have properties on several continents, and I just see growing that. And now we have Sophia Gelsomina, who's 4, and we have Atlas Benjamin, who's 2. So the vision is really to propagate what we're doing. You know, I have wonderful doctors I work with. I work with Dr. Jordan Curbs over here and Dr. David Ritis and a whole team of really amazing people. And I mean, I would say Dr. McCree next to them as well. I mean, so many, our tribe is so strong, so clear that I don't really feel like I meet strangers anywhere in the world anymore. And so the vision is really just to propagate what we're doing, right? Whether that's more clinics, whether that's more consulting, whether that's, you know, more speaking, whatever it is to increase not only my personal level of freedom, but my family's freedom, and then, of course, the community's freedom, and then the world's freedom, right? Because if we can't be it, we can't do it. So we have to be the message. You know, we can't just speak about it. We have to be the message. So just to continue to be the message and to do great work and to have, like you're talking about, Kaizen, have a standard, right?
Constant and never-ending improvement.
Standard of excellence, yeah.
It's what I'm always preaching to the medical doctors.
I love that.
But I'm really preaching to myself. Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny, the philosophy, everything, it's just, I'm saying it to remind me. So they're really just getting what I'm reminding myself of every day. But I have a question I haven't got to with anybody else, and that is, because I only wanted to ask this question, the doctors, I want you to give him the mic, because I want to ask him first, because in the States, how would you feel if many, many more medical doctors in the world are spreading the message of chiropractic and health?
How would I feel?
Yeah.
That would be fine with me. As long as you're spreading the message, that's fine with me. As long as people are benefiting, it's wonderful. Yeah. Only good can come out of it.
That's a good way to look at it. Not everybody looks at it that way.
No, I know. Well, I'm around some of them.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel. I mean, if humanity's
No,
helped.
I'm talking about chiropractors.
Oh, right. Sure.
Don't like
Oh, sure.
medical doctors out
Sure.
talking about health and chiropractic,
Oh, yeah.
and I think,
It's like, come on.
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So one of my brothers, and we did an award through our organization, our group, the 360 group. We did a Being a Light Award, and the first recipient is here with us, Dr. Jill Lamarche, and he's vice president of Life and just an amazing person. But he always says, and it's from one of his mentors, and he said to me, what gives you the right to know truth and not share it? So once you know truth, you have to propagate it. Otherwise, I mean, who are you if you don't share this truth, right? So medical doctor, monkeys, gorillas, dogs. I don't care about the vehicle. I don't care about the vehicle. Let's not be low vibrational, right? And I know you understand it's a rhetorical question almost.
Yeah.
But I don't care how it looks. Let's just get the work done, right? We're living in a world now with 57% of people with a chronic illness. We have work to do. So I always say, like, especially to chiropractors, or what I would call pseudo chiropractors, because they seem like they missed the big idea, is until we have a 98% market share where everybody's getting checked on a regular basis, the only thing we should be talking about is how do we get this to more people? How do we grow more schools? How do we grow more successful offices? How do we grow more successful families, more connected people? And then maybe at 98, 99% market share, where everybody's getting checked, then we can start yelling and complaining to one another about this or that, or we can be finicky about technique and all the other arbitrary things. But until we get there, the only thing we should talk about is how we get it to more people.
Could we just back up and crack 10?
10%?
You're talking about 90-something percent?
No, I'm saying until we get to 98 is what I'm saying. So we have a lot of work to do.
100 years. We haven't cracked 7.
Well,
Maybe I have
there's...
to crack 10 first, then move to 15,
I don't know if that's
then to 20.
I don't know if that's another seminar, but that's
No, because how many times
But there's some
have
reasons
I
for
joked
that.
about this with you,
Oh, I know.
that I call the chiropractic profession the 7%ers.
Yeah, but there's a reason
True
for that.
definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
There's internal factors, as you
Expecting a
know,
different
and there's
result.
external factors to that reality, and it's multifaceted, that response. And again, I don't know if that's another seminar, but I'd certainly love to talk about that with everybody at another time.
No, but this, I brought that up.
Yeah.
Because how many times have you and I sat and
Well-
talked about that, which is, Discover is creating a different platform to put out to the 7.5 billion, not the 100,000. Because it hasn't worked.
You know, I got to say something really quick in regards to this. In a lot of people are in this room. You know who really gets it and who's a great model for chiropractic, and I know you guys know this, the dental profession, a wonderful model for chiropractic. I mean, everybody knows to brush their teeth, right? The only thing is we don't sell toothpaste, right? We don't sell toothbrushes, so we don't have really something to sell per se. We don't necessarily have a product. We have a service, correct? So therefore, we don't have external influences, so to speak, like Big Pharma, like the ADA and the AMA. They have something tangible to sell that we put on the stock exchange, et cetera. So what we do is service-oriented, and we just need more people that are clear and connected. We have to be the message. We just have to be the message. That's it. Because I haven't met anyone in my entire life, 35 years, that doesn't want what we do and want what we have. I haven't met one single person. The only people that don't seem to get it is that little tiny faction of pseudo-chiropractors that would complain about, oh, I can't believe these medical doctors are talking about chiropractic. Are you certified? Are you kidding me? They're over-certified, right? So let's just get it out there to more people, and let's do a great job doing it. Let's be the message.
Well, and I think a good model for, at least if you're speaking to chiropractors,
Yeah.
if you want to make a difference in your community, you start with a dentist. I always say start with a dentist, the orthopedist,
Yeah.
bring the doctors in, the medical people in your office.
Yeah.
Make a difference in their life.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything else.
Totally agree.
They're 8 million globally. We're 100,000 with 32,000 licensed and practicing.
That's all.
There are 400,000 medical doctors in Germany, 50,000 practicing chirotherapy. There are more practicing chirotherapists in Germany than doctors of chiropractic in the United States and Canada combined. Our numbers are not impressive.
No.
But I really believe when younger people get the message, they're going to want to first have an experience with this. We'll say start with the experience, right? Find yourself somebody that can remove interference between your brain and your body, which is how I term it. Your son coins the term human potential, and I want to shake him when he says that. And I don't know why, I just...
Because you're so happy, or?
No, I like the fact people want to use whatever words, and I just joke with him about that. Because I always say it's all semantics.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly.
Does it matter how somebody changes their life as long as they do? Healthy's healthy. Unhealthy's unhealthy. Two states of life, right? Healthy and unhealthy.
Right, and like you say, and I'm sure you've taught and talked with many people in Germany about it, you have to create an experience. And 5-star comes from 5 senses, right? Everything's a reflection from in here, ADIO, right? 5-star just means you're hitting the 5 senses. So if you're not doing that in your offices, start to think about delivering a true experience. And I think that's how everything changes. Being in his office, growing up, that's an experience, right? Helping people with wheelchairs, women that couldn't get pregnant, and seeing all these people saying, your father, and then you go, oh, well, I'm going to do that. So the more people we can get the experience to, the more people will get the message. It's that simple.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
Thanks for coming to Germany. Thanks for the job you did with this amazing guy.